Tonight, let's take a live look in Colorado Springs at this hour. Just a gorgeous day out there, but you may have noticed that smoky haze. A lot more of it starting to filter in as those wildfires continue to burn across the western U.S. Right now, the western United States, from California to Oregon, even here in Colorado, of course, the blazes have claimed at least 36 lives now. Dozens more still missing. They've spread smoke and ash as far east, we're told, as New York State. Let's check in with meteorologist Alan Rose for the latest on what has been a very busy fire season. Alan.
Yeah, busy indeed, Rob. And right now there are 66 active wildfires burning in the western U.S. And here in Colorado Springs, we can see and smell some of that smoke as it's moving back into southern Colorado. And it's expected to stick around here for quite some time. All right, let's switch to the weather maps. This is a really high-def resolution image here of a satellite taken just a few hours ago. Of course, you notice Hurricane Sally down to the south, but look at that light gray shading. That is visible smoke all across the west coast, the northern Rockies, into parts of Canada, the Great Lakes states, and even extending as far east as New England, as Rob had mentioned. And this right here shows us active fire versus variable amounts of smoke. And with those major fires still blazing in parts of California and Oregon, you can see much of the western U.S. experiencing poor air quality. In fact, according to NBC News, they're saying that some of the worst air quality in the world right now is out across the western U.S. Let's talk some numbers here. Total acres burned in Colorado so far this year, nearly 300,000 acres. You can see for the entire United States, we burned over 6.7 million acres so far in 2020. And you compare that to the 10-year average, we are above it by quite a bit already. And in some areas, we still have several months of major wildfire activity to go. Definitely not a good sign. Now, as I put these numbers into perspective for you, in the United States, again, we burned over 6.7 million acres. I wanted to compare that to roughly the size of the News 5 viewing area. And you can see for the counties of El Paso, Pueblo, Fremont, Teller, Custer, Huerfano, Crowley, and Otero counties, that would measure up to just over 7 million acres. Again, just trying to give you a little perspective on how large these wildfires are across the western U.S. So what is to blame? That's a good question. I'm going to tell you: drought, dry conditions, record heat, and a warming climate. Always watching out for you, southern Colorado. I'm meteorologist Alan Rose, News 5.